Ultimately, I did decide that I wanted to go to college. Of course, I ended up taking the harder road. I joined the Nevada Air National Guard after high school, dislocated my right elbow. It was a pre-existing condition, so out of that, the only main reason I did it, apart from whatever patriotism, was, get the GI Bill, etc. I had to pay for school, so I ended up having to pay for school myself. Went to community college and then went to UNR. Some point I had to take was it a micro? I think it was macroeconomics that I took first. You have to take macro and micro as a journalism major, and when I took this class, I fell in love with economics, but it also turns out there's a lot of math that you have to do for economics. And along the way, I fell in love with math as much as I did with economics, and changed my major from journalism to economics. And but what I do remember is the macroeconomics professor. He did a thing where he turned off the lights on the first day of class, turned off all the lights, and then he went over and opened up the blinds just a little bit and he said, something's going to happen to you guys at the end of the semester. You're going to be just a little bit more enlightened. And I was. He was an odd fellow. He was, biased towards the Keynesian economic model, which I have come to respect as possibly being a more accurate model, at least, than neoclassical economics in many regards. Not perfect either, but definitely a lot more realistic in modeling how the real economy works in many ways. But he was also very conservative socially, which I would disagree with the gentleman on, I suppose. But, he was an individual. He loved his Harley motorcycles, talked about his motorcycles, and, I learned a lot more about the fabric of society and cause and effect relationships because of that class. So, I certainly don't want to leave the impression that education isn't a good thing and that I didn't have a good experience learning. Don't want to leave that impression necessarily either.